Alright, as I continue to plow through my CD collection, we're gonna keep looking at some hip hop, and this is gonna be a series of 10 random New York City hip hop albums, generally artists that I might just have one or two CDs from. So, with that being said, let's start off with a somewhat obscure one. This is Bang'em and Domination, God Giveth, God Taketh Away. This came out on Koch Entertainment in 2005. So I first became aware of these guys when 50 Cent first broke out big. They were friendly with him. I think they go way back. They were part of the whole Dissing Murder Inc. when that was happening. But somewhere along the way, they had a falling out. I think they just kind of felt they were left in the dust by 50 when he got famous. But, so they started dissing 50 Cent. And they had some pretty good ones. They had a song dissing The Game to the Put It In Your Mouth beat. Oh, that was pretty good. Then they also had a song with Sibo and Yuckmouth from California dissing the whole G Unit, and I thought that was a good performance as well. So I had my open for this when it came out. Young Dice is on here. He's another rapper in their circle. The only name I really see on here is one appearance by Corrupt. But Domination is the rapper, and Bang'em Smurf was just kind of more of a personality. He gave interviews, he did videos, he ad-libbed, but he never really rapped. And I guess was known to be more of a street guy than anything. I enjoyed this album when I played it, but I haven't played this thing in 15 years easy. And what's going on with them now? I don't think a whole lot. He resurfaced with some interviews, but I feel like he's living in the Caribbean somewhere, not really involved in music. And I think I heard that Domination is in jail. I was gonna say a more recent one, but time flies, and this was a full 10 years ago. Long Live ASAP by ASAP Rocky. What fell out there? Some ASAP Mob album or mixtape. But this was the debut, at least a major label album by ASAP Rocky. And he's gone on to become a big name. I haven't really listened to too much outside of this album, which is kind of strange because I really liked it. What's my favorite song on here? Fashion Killer. I like that one. Keith Murray, It's a Beautiful Thing. Keith Murray is a rapper from Long Island. I think this was his third full-length album. This came out 1999 on Jive. And I think he had one more release somewhere in the 2000s, but he's been pretty inactive. He had that group Def Squad with Eric Sermon and Redman. They did 2 albums in the 90s, and that was it. But I always liked his style. Masta Ace, A Long Hot Summer. I don't know much about Masta Ace to this day. Don't know what he's doing. Don't know a lot of details about his career. But when this album came out, what year was this? I'm going to say 2005. I have my date here. But I heard high praise on this all over the board. It was one of the hip-hop albums of the year. So I eventually picked it up. And if I had to pick one song, you know what? The two I always remember are Brooklyn Masala, Beautiful, and Soda and Soap. So we'll go with them. But that was definitely a solid album from beginning to end. I got to put that one aside for the car. Dead Prez, Let's Get Free. 2000 on Loud. I don't know if I call them a political group as much as talking about social issues and stuff. And in any genre of music, that's not really my thing. But the album after this I heard, and I thought it was really good. So I did go back and get this one. Most of these albums I haven't listened to in so long. think I liked Discipline and Mind Sex. Those were my favorite songs on here. Now we got the second album by DMX, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. This is actually the only DMX CD that I have. I had the first one, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and I think most people will consider that album at least a minor classic. Even though they're two well-known songs, How's It Going Down and In the Air Tonight, those are the two songs I always go back to from there. I like Bring Your Whole Crew. That's my favorite one on here. Not too many guest appearances considering DMX was on top of the world at the time. What year was this? 1998. You got Mary J. Blige, Lox, Jay-Z, Swizz Beatz, and Dragon. De La Soul, Artificial Intelligence, Mosaic Thump, Tommy Boy 2000. Not my favorite De La Soul album, but a solid one. Sorry about the pause there. Had nothing to add. LL Cool J, GOAT, Greatest of All Time. That's actually the first reference I've ever seen to the acronym GOAT being the greatest of all time. I don't know if he was the first, but it's the first time I saw it. This is 2000 Def Jam. I was never a big LL Cool J fan, but this is a solid album. I like Imagine That, Back Where I Belong, and the bonus track, Bomb, with Funkmaster Flex and Big Cap. I was gonna say, is that a Cannabis diss on here? I guess this was in the years after that. And I always thought that LL Cool J's response to Cannabis, I didn't really have an opinion on who I like better in that whole beef. I was kind of partial to both of them. But Return of the Ripper by LL Cool J, I thought that was a great diss track, and I thought he came on top of that one. A lot of people have said that's blasphemy that I say that, but just my opinion, I thought that was a great comeback. DJ K Slay, The Street Sweeper Volume 1, 2001 on Columbia. Unfortunately, I believe K Slay passed away just a year or so ago. So another one of these early 2000s DJ collections, still doing the same thing today. It was just more of a thing that you bought at the time. And you got everyone on here. I mean, I'm just going to glance around. Scarface, Raekwon, Fat Joe, all on the same track. That's a good one, actually. 50 Cent, Mobb Deep, all the Bad Boy guys, all the Dipset guys, Nori, over to the West Coast, you got, I saw WC, Bun B, Killer Mike, 8Ball, Jagged Edge. But the song I like the best is actually the intro, which I don't think even has any rapping. It's just, I like the beat. I'm a big fan of Aaron Hall on the vocals, singing, and K Slay just talking some trash. That's always the one I go to. And finally, this is one of my favorite hip-hop albums. The second full-length album by Onyx, All We Got Is Us. What year was that? I just saw just last week or something. It was like an anniversary for this, but this says 1995, and the year is 2023, so I'm not sure what anniversary that would be. But this album's a classic. I don't, like most hip-hop albums, I could do without the skits. But I like every real song on here. The best ones are Last Days, Live. Live's my favorite one. And maybe the closer, Walk in New York. And I'm going to add in number 5, Shout, and 7, Better Off Dead. This was probably like the 3rd hip-hop album I ever bought. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.